Welcome, everyone. I am Michael. Appreciate you all being here today. If you are brand new, we've got some great information for you. Something that has helped to create an extra income for literally thousands of other people very smoothly over the last 2+ years now. So we have something that literally started in October 2019 and has been running smoothly since then. I don't know what online crypto business you can say that about, probably not too many, but this is why so many people are here now. This is why so many people are joining this company that we're about to show you. And we are very, very excited about it. I myself got started in April of 2020, and this has completely changed my life. And I've been able to share this with a few people that have been able to share with others. And my goodness, it has just grown tremendously. I have loved to see the success that we have on our team. We have people making an extra 3, 4, and 5 figures per month. Some people, this is over and above their regular job. So we've got moms that are making an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month. We've got people that have even quit their jobs, 6-figure per year jobs, because they're making more here than they are on their job. My goodness, what a nice problem to have, right? Gives you options, doesn't it? And so I've been able to see people create incomes that are life-changing. That is happening here. So whatever you are looking to do financially, I can virtually assure you that it is happening here right now. And we have something that we have a CEO who actually cares about the success of all the members. We have a CEO that has vision to take this company to $1 billion. We are now over a $400 million company. So we don't have something that might work or could work. We have something that is absolutely working and working tremendously well. So we're very excited about 2022. We've got a lot of new things coming, and I love seeing all the success happening. I hope that you see something here that can create some extra income and more success in your life. I can tell you that really it's all about just plugging into it. You can be 100% passive and never share this and do exceptionally well here. But if you do decide to share this with others, then I can tell you that the sky's the limit. You can create the kind of incomes that we all are. We've got over 100 millionaires now in this company. It's absolutely tremendous what's going on. So without further ado, let's get started. We do have some great success stories and experiences from some solid business builders after I'm done with the overview. So make sure to stick around for that. Let me bring up my screen here and let's show you how you can benefit from this system. All right, there we go. And Leon, can you see that okay?
Yep, it's coming up. We're good to go.
All right, awesome. Let's start. So the company that we are going to talk about today is Paraiba. And the reason you see that wonderful blue gemstone there is because a Paraiba is actually a blue gemstone, a very expensive one, actually. But I call this a gem of a company because it absolutely is. A quick risk disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Please mute yourself. Thank you very much. If you should get started with us today, you would only get started with risk capital, not funds you need for rent or mortgage, food, or necessities of life. This is simply information for educational purposes, but I'm sure we're all adults and we understand. We are going to talk about 5 main ways you can make an extra income here with Paraiba. There are more. The company's always coming up with new ways for the company itself to generate revenue and for the members to make more income, which is always wonderful, but we will concentrate on 5 main ones here for you. Our deposits and withdrawals are in Bitcoin. We don't use a token coin or some unknown coin. We use the coin that everybody knows and everybody wants more of and everybody uses, and that is Bitcoin. You can earn on all of your active accounts in your structure here. If you decide to build this a little bit, you can earn from day one. We have business days here with Paraiba. So we are paid 4 days per week, and this makes perfect sense for the company, and it's tremendously profitable for you and me. We'll get into that here momentarily. You are in charge here with this company. I love that. When you get involved with Paraiba, you are basically an entrepreneur. If you've never been an entrepreneur, then this is a great style of business to dip your toes in the waters, because it's pretty simple. You're really just participating in your Bitcoin. You don't need to rent a building or hire employees or do tricky paperwork. You just come in with your Bitcoin, you register, and you're literally ready to go. And you have a business that could create you 4 and 5 figures per month. That is happening very quickly for some who take big action here. So if you do decide to share this, and again, you don't have to, you can participate in all 5 of the income streams I'm about to show you 100% passively, just with your own Bitcoin. But if you do decide that you want to share this with others, then I can tell you that big things can happen. I'm seeing amazing success within the teams. Our CEO is Eric Ellie. He is 43 years of age now. We got to update this slide. He is married with 3 kids, and he has been excellent to work with. A friend of mine in early 2020 asked me to take a look at this, and I said, you know, if I'm going to get involved, I would like to sit down with the CEO. So the CEO, Eric, was nice enough to sit down with me and show me even some of the trading going on behind the scenes, which was nice. But he showed me his plan to go to $1 billion in 5 years and how he was going to do it. And it all made sense to me. And I believed he was the right guy to do it. He is a cryptocurrency trader. For the last 5 years, he's a very highly skilled trader. So he wanted to marry the cryptocurrency trading space with the crypto business space. That was the initial start here, but we've gone way beyond that. But it's great to know that we have a CEO that knows the crypto space very well. But Eric's been great to work with. He makes sure things are done properly behind the scenes, even down to the little important things on the member side, like support. So it's been awesome to work with Eric. From a legal compliance, we own a bank. You don't generally hear about that, do you, in the crypto space? But we absolutely do have a bank license. It started with the ability to do $2.5 million in capital. It is now $50 million. We have our PWP limited payment provider, and our unique bank is the owner of the unique exchange. We also bought a third-party existing exchange. It is now ours. It launched in October 2020, and it has become a great service to buy and sell Bitcoin, and also we use it for our withdrawals. The profit that we're creating from Paraiba, it's been a great service and a revenue stream, certainly for the company. So the unique exchange is a service provider for Paraiba World. So we have our Paraiba.world website. We also have these 4 other entities, which all have their own separate websites that work along with us. So we have our bank license, as I mentioned, the unique private bank. So it's great that we have the security of our own bank. We know that when we're giving our funds to Paraiba, they have full control over their funds in their own bank, rather than relying on a third-party bank. I've certainly heard of other companies having challenges with banks, but it's nice that we own our own bank. It just makes a lot of sense, right, to have that control. Our exchange, of course, the unique exchange, which has been a tremendous service and an ever-growing service as the members of Paraiba grow. We have our messenger app. This is something that is very similar to a Telegram or WhatsApp. We also have our own Zoom style service. All of this is in beta right now, but it is expanding, and you can download it in the Apple Store or the Google Play Store right now and try it. This will be something that is growing bigger and bigger in time, because we all want privacy and we don't want our data shared. And so with us, with this service, none of our data is shared, and we have 100% encryption. We also have our online gift store, which will expand as time goes on. Here's our banking license out of the Comoros Union. I did mention it started with the ability to do $2.5 million. A few months later, that was increased to $20 million, and now it's authorized to do $50 million, and that will expand as we continue to grow. Here is our unique exchange license, Unique Crypto LLC. This has been a tremendous service for all of us, and certainly if you need to buy Bitcoin to get involved here with us, then you can certainly do that. You can even send a wire to the unique exchange if you're in Europe. So it's a great service for us to do our withdrawals. We usually get them within about 20, 30 minutes. And then from there, we can send it to any personal exchange or Bitcoin wallet. Great service. Here is our private chat application. We have others here as well. So the private chat, similar to Telegram and WhatsApp, download it right now. Highly recommend it. It's in the Apple and the Google Play stores. We have our private parcel, which allows you to send documents fully encrypted via your email. We have a private wallet, which actually even includes your own Bitcoin wallet with your own private keys. We have our private conference service right now, which you can use. Very similar to Zoom, which is fully encrypted. You can use it right now in beta up to 25 people. And we are monetizing this service this year. You're going to see a lot more happen with this. It's very exciting. There's our private online store, and that will expand as time goes on. Quick business concept here in terms of the revenue streams. Before I get into the 5 main ways that you get paid, it's very important to understand that this company is generating a lot of revenue from various sources, right? We all want to be involved in a real company doing real things, and Paraiba and Unique Private Bank is that company. So with the crypto trading, that's how we first started here. We first started with Eric certainly being a trader, but he knew that he would need to bring on traders as well to help out. So we have 7 highly skilled traders that work along with Eric. And I'm going to show you here in a moment a way that Eric discovered to allow the company to never lose from the trading. The crypto exchange, Unique Exchange, is an ever increasing revenue stream for the company. Why? Because more and more members of Paraiba are constantly coming in, constantly registering. And if you want to be a part of this company, you must have your own Unique Exchange account, right? So why give the fees to Coinbase or Binance or any other exchange, right? They're constantly creating fees. Why wouldn't we create those fees and offer this service? So we do. And so this is an ever increasing revenue stream. As Paraiba is growing, we probably have somewhere around, I'm not sure what the number is, but I'm guessing somewhere close to 35,000 active members now. A lot of people think, oh, everybody knows about Paraiba. No, they don't. We're just getting started. There's only about 35,000 active members. So you can imagine as we continue to grow, the Unique Exchange is going to get more and more fees out of the service they're providing. And that's just going to grow right along with us. It just makes perfect sense. We also have strategic real estate investing behind the scenes. This was actually one of the second, I believe the second revenue stream that was brought on. So they do bridge financing and very quick turnaround on real estate. And they do very well for us. And you know what? It's going to be about other things, not just crypto, right? When you're going to $1 billion. So they're well diversified here. Here's another one, Kaif, which is an 11-year-old German beverage company. We now own 25% of this company. So we don't have to sell these ourselves. These are already being sold in the stores and in restaurants and all over the place in Europe. And we're getting a piece of it on a daily basis. How awesome is that? I love it. So I did mention in the crypto trading space here that Eric found a way to allow the company to never lose. What has he done here? He has said to any trader that wants to work for Paraiba that they have to put up their own Bitcoin in a third-party wallet that the company controls. So should they get into a max drawdown and lose, the company keeps the Bitcoin. Absolutely ingenious. Great risk mitigation there. And it also is going to attract the very best traders to the company because their own Bitcoin is on the line. So I think that's why we have one of the most successful crypto trading pools I've ever seen. So a quick recap here. We have our crypto trading pool, very successful. We have our Unique Exchange platform, our online store, our messenger app, which is monetized now, but will be monetized even more this year. We have our strategic real estate investments and our partnership with Kaif. So let's get into how you get paid, right? We all want to know, how do you bring in the money here? Well, let me reiterate one thing. You can be 100% passive here and never share this with anybody else. And you can earn from all 5 of these income streams. Certainly you will earn from all 5 of these should you begin to grow a team here. So very quickly, we have our own deposit. So from 0.3% to 0.5% per business day. Now that is 4 days per week. We are paid from Wednesdays to Saturdays, right around 9 p.m. Eastern time or so. So you might be asking yourself, why are we paid 4 days per week? And this has always been the way since day one. It's never changed. But the reason comes down to sustainability and longevity. Okay, that makes perfect sense, right? Do you want to be part of something that's gone in 3 months, or do you want something that could last for many years? Well, I wanted to be part of something that could last many years. I hope you would want that too. So maybe there's a trading day where the company isn't making exactly what it wanted to. Guess what? They've got the cushion of the other 3 days because the traders are trading 24/7, right? Plus there's things to pay for as well, right? Like management fees, developers, programmers, offline events, things like that, right? So those other 3 days can help pay for that. But right now, actually, the trading is maybe about 30 to 35% of our revenues because all the other revenue streams have kicked in really, really well. But the 4 days per week is very, very good for us as we are getting between 5 and 8% per month there just on our own deposit. That is much better than almost anything traditional out there, but it's not so much that it would be, outlandish, right? We've probably all seen companies paying 2 and 3% per day or more. We all know those don't last. These are percentages that make sense for the long term. But remember, you can participate in all of these income streams, not just this one. The next one is the first line bonus, and we also have the downline bonuses. Now, I want to mention here, because if you've been in the crypto space, you've probably seen different compensation models. You're probably wondering about these percentages. We don't pay from the initial funds that come into the company. 100% of the funds that come into the company go to the company so that they can put them in profit generating activities. What are we getting paid on here? We're getting paid a percentage of the profit activity from deposits, which makes a lot of sense, doesn't it, when you think about it? So we can get paid from the profit activity from the first line or your first level, the deposits on that first level up to 0.3%. We'll get into that more in the coming slides. In the downline, we can get paid to infinity from all activity from up to 0.04%. We also have our streamlined pool share, something different, something unique I've never seen before done quite this way. But imagine getting a percentage of profit activity from all deposits, from everyone in the world joining after you. Pretty awesome. It is. We'll get into it. We also have our ranking bonuses where you can get paid one time for helping your team a little bit, get to where they want to go. And you will automatically get rewarded for that. It's a great thing. We'll get into that momentarily. So let's dive into this just a little more with your own deposit. You can make from 0.3% up to 0.5. So anything from $25 up to $49,999, you're getting the 0.3% per business day. That is about 5% per month. Anything $50,000 or more, you're getting the 0.5% per business day. That is about 8% per month. So from 5 to 8% per month. Again, better than almost anything out there traditional, but certainly not over the top ridiculous that it would harm the company in a few months, right? These are percentages that make sense based on the revenue generating activity of the company. But remember, this is just one income stream for you. You can participate passively or actively in all 5. Here's the next one, our first line bonus. This allows you to create some positions yourself on your first line. If you want them to be yourself, you can do that to qualify for these percentages. They can also be business partners. So how would you qualify for the percentages you see here at the bottom? So you need to have $100 yourself working on deposit with Paraiba. If you have between 1 and 4 people on your first line that also have at least $100, the company will now pay you 0.05%. That again is a portion of profit activity from those deposits. Now, if you can get yourself up to 20 positions, again, they can be you, the company allows this, or they can be business partners or a combination of both. The company will now pay you, and they need to have $100 or more, by the way. Company will now pay you the maximum 0.3%. Again, that is a portion of the profit activity from those deposits. I would encourage everybody, if you're passive or active, to get to 20 as fast as you possibly can, because this percentage can really begin to add up. Because not only if they're your own funds, not only are those funds making the 0.3, but you're making a match of that. Your main account is making a match of that if you're getting now the 0.3%. So get there as fast as you can. With the downline bonus, you can get paid to infinity from your entire team. We are actually only a one-level affiliate company. We are not an MLM, but the company will pay you on the entire volume of literally everybody in your downline and when you qualified for it. How do you qualify for the percentages you see at the bottom? You need to have $1,000 yourself on deposit with Paraiba. And then to qualify, the qualifiers are actually the people on your first line or the positions on your first line. They need to have $1,000 or more as well. So if you have between 2 and 4 people with $1,000 or more on your first level, then the company will now pay you 0.01%. That again is a portion of the profit activity for the day from those deposits. If you can get yourself up to 20, the company will now pay you the maximum, as you can see there, the 0.04%. Again, a portion of profit activity from those deposits. The company will pay you up to a maximum of $3,000 per day from this, and there are many people already doing that. This can be a tremendous income for you. And one of the big reasons it's so great is because there are no expiries of our funds here. Once you make a deposit with Paraiba, you are making a profit for the lifetime of Paraiba. As long as Paraiba is here and profitable, you are making money. There's no expiry on your funds. So consequently, what we see happen is if you're growing a team, people are building and building. Your downline is growing and growing all the time. And so it's a wonderful thing to see. This can be a very, very big income for you if you're growing a team. The streamline, this is something everyone is so excited about because they wake up in the morning and they log into their account and they take a look at this streamline, and it has grown overnight. So what is the streamline? The streamline are all of the deposits of members worldwide that have joined after you. So I'm not talking about just your team. I'm talking about anyone, anywhere in the world who joins. As long as they have registered after you, when they deposit, their funds go into your streamline. So imagine getting a percentage of potentially millions of dollars. That's what's happening with the streamline. You can think that if you've been in Paraiba for 6 months, a year, or 2 years, that you probably have a pretty big streamline, right? Because it's always growing. Why? Because people are always joining Paraiba every single day, and existing members are adding funds. So we see it consistently growing. I've watched my streamline grow from about 3 million now to over 400. I mean, 400 million. It's just incredible to see it. The company streamline, I don't know what it's at right now, but it's well over 400 million. So we've got people with 10 million, 50 million, 100 million. Imagine getting a percentage of the profit activity from that. This is what can happen. So if you don't yet have a free account with Paraiba, I encourage you to get one right now. Why? Because your streamline will begin to grow for the first 30 days in a free account. And if you don't fund it after 30 days, the account disappears. But I certainly recommend that you do fund it. But get that streamline going. Bottom left corner. How does the company pay you a percentage from the streamline? We have 8 different pools you can qualify for to get paid from the streamline. Let's take pool 1 as an example. Bottom left corner, if you had $10 million in your streamline, the company will give you a percentage of the profit here. So that is 0.05%. And they would divide that by those qualified. If 2,000 people were qualified, 2,000 members, you'd get $2.50 per business day or $42.50 per month. So that is just pool 1. You can qualify for 8 separate pools. Here they are. How would you qualify for pool 1? You need to have $1,000 yourself working with Paraiba on deposit. And you simply share this with one person who also deposits $1,000. Now, This position could also be you. Remember, I said earlier, you can be 100% passive and participate in all of these. So you can use your own Bitcoin to qualify for the pools if you wish. And I have people, many people on my team that do this, even all the way up to pool 8. Now, that's a lot of money. You can see it there, right? But you can do this 100% passively if you wish to. Certainly by growing this business, growing a team organically, you will begin to qualify for more and more of these pool shares, right? So if a person on your first level puts in 1,000, could be 2 people with 500, doesn't matter as long as the value is 1,000 in total, then you will get pool 1. So you can see if you add to your deposit as time goes by, and those people on your first line begin to add to their deposits, you can see how those both grow and you begin to qualify for more and more of these pools. And it's wonderful to see how these pools grow because in general, the streamline has outpaced those qualifying for it. And so we've seen the profit of the pools go up and up. It's a wonderful thing. I encourage you all to qualify yourself for as many of these pools as you can. When you are making $3,000 per day in the downline bonus, which is the maximum you can make, the company will reward you by adding you to the global leader pool. There is maybe about 35 people in the entire company that have qualified themselves for this. And so it is a 4-figure per day income. So it's a great thing, a nice goal to have if you're building a team here. What they do is they take the company streamline value, which is always going to be the biggest streamline amount, which currently is over 400 million, and they times it by 0.01%. That is a portion of the profit activity for the day, and divide it by those qualified. And so this is a tremendous income stream for those who are getting it right now. I love the global leader pool. Last way we're going to show you that we get paid is the ranking bonus. And these are great because you're getting paid simply for doing what? Helping your team get to where they want to be. And then you will automatically get rewarded nicely for this. There's over $46,000 here that you can achieve simply by helping your team get to where they want to be. So as an example, how would you qualify yourself for the green diamond there in the center? Well, you would need to have $10,000 on deposit yourself, have between 5 and 9 members on your first line, be in pool 3, and have one blue diamond member on your team. At that point, the company pays you $1,000 cash. Now, this goes directly into your usable balance. You can withdraw it immediately if you wish to, right to your unique exchange account and then to any Bitcoin wallet. So it's immediately available for you. Or if you wish to put it into profit generating activity with Paraiba, you can do that too. So nice options to have. And I love this, right? That the company is rewarding you more money here just for helping your team get to where they want to be. So I encourage you, if you do have a team, if you do have some people that you're sharing this with, help them out to get to where they want to be here, and look at the nice money you can make here in the ranking bonuses. With the back office, we have strong anti-hacking systems. We bought an entire company out of the US so that we could use their software. So we own it. And the software protects all of our websites. We also have our CAPTCHA and email registration confirmations. We also have Google 2FA on both Paraiba and our unique exchange accounts. So highly secure. When you get started here with Paraiba, you will do KYC, which is know your customer. So you simply send in an ID, utility bill, very simple to do. Why do we do this? Because we are a regulated company. We want to do things in a very compliant way. What's great is once you do this, you will automatically get your own unique exchange account that will work right with your Paraiba account. Some of the numbers in your Paraiba back office are also in your unique exchange account. So they work perfectly in sync with one another. How do you get started here with Paraiba? Very simple. You can get started with a minimum of $25. Do I recommend you stay at $25? No, I don't. I just showed you why you would want to get started with at least $100, and also why at least $1,000 or more makes sense if you are a serious business builder and you really want to make money here with Paraiba. You've got to get started in the right way, right? Participate wisely. $25, however, will hold the account until you can add more, right? Your account will not disappear after 30 days if you have at least $25 in there, but certainly 100 or 1,000 or more makes sense, right? With deposits, we use Bitcoin, right? So you got to get your Bitcoin. We have a website with lists of exchangers in nearly every country. So get with us in our team rooms. If you need to buy Bitcoin, we've got the ways to do that. You can also do that with our unique exchange. If you're in Europe right now, we will have the wires from North America added back here shortly. But pretty easy to buy Bitcoin these days and get started very quickly. Once you're making money here, a profit with Paraiba, you can reinvest with a minimum of $25. So it's a compounding style effect. A lot of people doing that. We even have a button that'll do it for you automatically. Our withdrawals start from $100. So once you have $100 in your usable balance, then you can do a withdrawal anytime, day or night, 24/7, and usually get paid between 20 and 30 minutes right to your unique exchange account. Once it's there, you can take it out to any local exchanger or personal Bitcoin wallet. Usually takes about a day for that to happen. So a great, great service here for you. 3 simple steps to get started. You want to get back with the person that invited you here today and make sure to get their referral link. Register with their referral link. That is very, very important. You want to get your Bitcoin and make a deposit. Very bare minimum is $25 to hold your account. More certainly if you are serious about making profit here with this company. And I did mention referrals are 100% optional. You can participate in all of the income streams. I just showed you 100% passively, but if you decide to share this, my goodness, yeah, you'll get the money. You'll get the money from this compensation plan. It has been growing every single week for us. We love to see the success in the teams. All right, let me get rid of that and stop sharing. There we go. All right, wow, we have a lot of people here. Wonderful to see everybody. So folks, we're going to have some business builders here that we'll introduce shortly that will tell you some of their experience with this company and some tips and maybe some strategy for you to help even build your business here with Paraiba. But before we do that, it's always good to know, how do you get started with this company, right? How do you get going here? So I want to bring aboard an extremely successful member of my team. He's doing exceptionally well here. He's a Purple Diamond member with one of the fastest growing teams I've ever seen. And so, Leon, my friend, please show us how to get started with Paraiba.
Appreciate that, Michael. Let me go ahead and share my screen. If you can just take care of the chat room and admitting people.
Got it.
All right, let me pull everything up here for you guys. Hope everyone is doing well today. All right, let me know when that comes up.
Good.
All right, good to go. All right, so guys, I'm going to go over a couple of different methods for you with the deposit. We're going to have 2 methods, one through the Paraiba dashboard and one through Unique Exchange. So the one through the Paraiba dashboard, what we're going to use this for mainly is if we're only going to be sending Bitcoin to one account, which is your main account, or if you are going to be doing the 20 sub-account strategy, but say you have the minimum amount to do that, and I'll explain what that is based upon the SAS 20 function. So what we want to do is just go to your menu tab on the side, click on your finance button. You're going to want to click the blue button that says add balance. So whatever pops up here, you're going to have $25 as the default. This is whatever you want to enter in if you're going to be just sending the money to one account, because we're going to be grabbing the amount of Bitcoin that we're sending it to from an external wallet. So say if I want to fund this account with $1,000, I would always suggest to put an extra few dollars in there. This is going to cover the blockchain fee. That way, as you send it from your external wallet over to Paraiba, you have at least $1,000 coming in and not something a little bit under. So always put a few extra dollars in there. The Bitcoin bubble is already going to be selected. Just hit the calculate button, and this is where it's going to give you your information. So this is what you are going to copy as far as the amount of Bitcoin that's currently equal to just over $1,000. And this is going to be your Bitcoin address. So you can use the copy button to copy this address. Or if you want to do the QR code on whatever external app you are using to send it over, that's the QR code that you can do it. So how we essentially do this is, say if you are working with Coinbase or Gemini, 2 popular platforms, You go ahead and buy your Bitcoin, and you can use this amount of Bitcoin in there to buy, but usually on those platforms, you put the USD value in, it'll automatically spit out the number of Bitcoin there. So when you are in that platform, when you buy your Bitcoin and you go to sell it, it's going to ask you for a recipient address. This is exactly the address that we want to use because it's going to be going to your Bitcoin address for your Paraiba dashboard. So you're going to copy this address. It's going to ask you the amount that you want to send. So if you have extra Bitcoin in there and you just want to send a certain amount, you are going to want to copy this amount because that is what's equaling the amount that you put in here on the dashboard. And then you just move forward to confirm and send the transaction. Now, as you do that, I know a lot of people are new to crypto. They think as soon as you hit the button, it's going to automatically pop up. Be patient. It's going to take anywhere between 30 minutes to several hours. It does go through the blockchain. Sometimes there's a little bit of time for it to take to send off the platform that you're using. So just give it some time. Once it does send over, what you're first going to see is a pending transaction here at the bottom. It's going to show an hourglass pending transaction showing that you have some Bitcoin coming to this wallet address. Once this does clear, it is going to pop up here in usable balance. It's going to show your $1,003 or $1,000 because it might be a couple dollars off with the blockchain fee. Now, once the money is here, that means we have one last step. We have to fund the account so it can become profitable. So we want to click the button that says use balance. Now, because there's no money there, it'll pop up here showing the $1,000. It'll already be selected as deposit because we want to put it in the main account. You're going to hit the save button, copy and confirm the transaction. And when you hit the save button, it'll send you an email confirmation. You just copy and paste it in there, hit the send button to confirm it, and then it goes right into your usable balance. That account is done. Now, say if we want to use the sub account strategy, say instead of you sending over $1,000 and you do, $3,000, I would always recommend doing a little bit more, of course. That way you cover any conversion fees and transfer fees. But say we did $3,000 and we already used $1,000 for your main account. It'll give us a leftover balance here of $2,000. How we do the sub account strategy, because now it is all automated with a click of a button. We don't have to manually do it anymore. We're going to, once you click on that use balance button once again, we're going to hit the drop down incentive here on the box. You're going to hit the 20 accounts, the SAS 20 function. As soon as you hit that, it's going to load the box already showing your $2,000 in there. You just confirm the transaction, copy and paste your email code and send it, and then that confirms it. Now, once this happens, give it, 2-3 minutes, because what it's doing in the background, it is automatically creating all of your 20 sub accounts. It is loading $100 into each of your sub accounts and depositing them. That way you don't have to manually go back and do all that as well. And whatever your main account password is, it is going to be the same exact password for all of your sub accounts. That way it makes it easy. Okay, so that's going to be the number one method if you're doing the deposit address to the Paraiba dashboard. Now, say if you have more money coming in or more money that you want to add to a specific account, or all at one time, say someone wants to transfer $10,000 or $15,000 worth of Bitcoin. Well, because we have certain strategies and stacking accounts and different methods, we want to use the unique exchange for that purpose. So if we go over to the unique exchange here, all you do to get your deposit address at that point is you're going to hit buy and sell crypto. You're going to hit the deposit button. This box will pop up. You might have a fees chart that pops up. Just go ahead and exit out. And then this will give you your Bitcoin address. Now, the only difference in this step is you don't actually have to put a Bitcoin number when you're sending it over from an external platform. You can do it just as USD or whatever fiat currency that you're using. So say if you're using Coinbase and you want to send $15,000 worth of Bitcoin, you already bought the Bitcoin ready to send. The same thing as we move forward to confirm the transaction and put the recipient address. This is the address that you want to use now because you want to come into your deposit address for unique exchange. So once you do that, it will go ahead and show up in your usable balance. So, your My Wallet area of your UX dashboard. So once the funds clear in here, it is going to show that you have your money right here. At that point, we're ready to use it and disperse the money through your Paraiba accounts. All you have to do is go ahead over here to your menu tab, hit your Paraiba World dashboard. That way the both platforms are linked together for ease of purpose for us. And then you're going to see your main account here and then all of your sub accounts at the bottom. So say, for instance, if we already created the 20 accounts, just for example purposes to make it easy, and you want to split the funds up between multiple accounts, you can go ahead and add in whatever amount of funds that you want to do in whatever account that you wanted to disperse to. So main thing is once you type it in, say if you have $15,000 worth of Bitcoin that you send over, you want to do 5,000 in your main account, just type that in, hit your Bitcoin bubble, hit the OK button, copy and paste your email code, or if you're using Google Authenticator, pull your code that way, and then just confirm it. Now, the leftover money, that can be to disperse however you want through your other sub accounts that you have linked to your main account. So those are going to be the main options. If you're sending a majority, a big bulk of money, use the unique exchange because most likely you're going to be doing strategies behind it. If you're just getting set up with one account or the minimum to fund your 20 sub accounts, go ahead and do it through your Paraiba dashboard and use the SAS20 function. Now, big thing here, just as a last step so you don't miss this, say if you use this option and you go ahead and confirm these transactions and you load the account, the last step that you want to do is you want to go back to your Paraiba dashboard, and then you can go ahead and load the accounts in this way. So if you hit your accounts tab, it is going to pull up all of your accounts and the money that you deposited in. So whatever account that it went to, it will show here in usable balance, the ones that you loaded. At that point, all you would do is hit the deposit button in whatever account, and you would copy and paste your code, and then it confirms it. At that point, this will disappear from your usable balance, and it'll come up here to your balance of what the account actually holds. And then that way you are ready to move forward and start profiting off of that activity as well. All right, let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And then I think I'm ready to introduce one of my guys here to give a testimonial. So go ahead and do that. All right, so just a brief introduction and description of kind of how I got started. So my buddy Bobby, he got started shortly after me. So when I got started in Paraiba, it's just been over a year. I joined December of last year. Within about 3.5 months, I was able to resign from my 6-figure job. So that was a huge accomplishment there. And of course, at the time I jumped in, I joined the first 1, 2, 3 months. I would share this with a lot of people, and you get a lot of the reaction. They're skeptical. If they don't know about anything with crypto, or let me wait and see how you do kind of thing, and then maybe I'll jump in. So about 3 months in, I've known Bobby for years, and about 3 months in, he found out that I resigned from my job. He's like, let me take another look, what's going on? And then at that point, he's like, all right, I'm gonna, get started. And of course, like a lot of people, if they're brand new in something, they just dip their toes, they get started, with something small, make sure it's working, and then go from there. Since then, we've been working pretty much every day together, multiple times through the day. We do different trainings together. He's one of my top leaders in my organization now. Within the next 2 to 3 weeks, it's really funny to say that each of us will be 6-figure per month earners. I remember when I was making $1,000 a week and I was jumping for joy, when I first started, like I'm hitting all these goals, and then it just keeps on multiplying from there. And every time you hit a goal, you have to make a new goal because you get there before, your goal that you put there to be accomplished. So Bobby, he is a Green Diamond member. He is going to be moving his way to purple very soon. That will help me get to red. One of the most successful people in my team. And he has a lot of background with different things. I'm going to let him explain. But he's been one of the biggest assets to my team. And we're both working, of course, to get to global leadership pool here soon. So Bobby, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, go ahead and take over, buddy. Yep, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
thanks, man. I appreciate it. So thanks everyone for having me. Quick background on me. I've been investing for over 20 years. I own 2 investment real estate companies, as well as I am the director of a large international wine company as well. So nothing new to me. When Leon brought this to me, to say I was skeptical is an understatement. I told him he was full of, you can fill in the blank. And he came to my house. Again, we're buddies, but he came and sat down and showed me what Paraiba was all about, showed me his back office. And at that point, same thing, still skeptical. I dipped my toe. Well, I saw that it worked, and I decided really to put both feet in at that point. And, I saw that it really paid me back my dividends, and that I was going to add more money. So I did so. I added more money. And at that point, I really did something that I try to do with all my endeavors, is I really jumped in head first, and I looked at the platform and I studied it for about 30 days. I did it daily for probably an hour. And what I did is I have whiteboards in my office. I drew out the platform, and I really took and wrote down all the definitions of Paraiba. So I really understood the intricacies of the platform and what did streamline mean? What did first line mean? What did downline mean? And how they interact with the PDF that Michael sends out or that the company sends out all the time, and how I could really grow my profits within personally myself, and then if I decided to share it. So once I understood it well enough to talk to others, that's when my sales and marketing background kicked in, and I started to put together sales. I started talking to people and showing them how much money could be made, how profitable this is, and what they could do as far as giving themselves some financial freedom. So over the last 8 months, I just hit pool 7. And I have a great team. I think it's probably, like he said, I think Leon said it was one of the fastest pool 7s. That's definitely kudos to Leon, because I called him probably 15 times a day at first. Probably got really sick of me. But in the interim now, we train our teams. I think this is really important if you're going to grow a team. I've always been a mentor guy. I do this with all my teams within all my businesses, but I dive into their accounts once a week, and I look and we do training. Leon and I do training every other week now. We do platform training to let people really dive in and start to understand how they can use the platform to grow their business. And I email people, I text people, all of our calls, all of the company calls, to really keep them abreast of what's going on within Paraiba. So I think that's very, very important if you decide that you want to share this and grow your team. And then lastly, I'll just say, we're super blessed, Leon and I, and we know this. And, it brings me more joy now. Of course, I want to hit goals. I'm very challenging to myself, very competitive, but it really brings me more joy to share this with people, to get people come back and say, thank you so much for getting me in this. The financial freedom has been unbelievable for me. I give money back to church. I just try to pay it forward. And that's really, really, really a good feeling. So if anybody wants to jump on any of our platform training, you're welcome. You can reach out and we can add you to the list just to get some extra training. But thank you for having me. I feel blessed, and this is a great opportunity to be within Paraiba, and I wish the best for all of you as well.
I appreciate that, Bobby. And thank you for, being a part of my team and all the success that we're bringing and helping all of our people along the way. All right, Michael, go ahead and you can take over.
All right, great stuff. Thanks, Leon. Thanks,
Sure.
Bobby. Appreciate that, buddy. Great testimonial. And folks, you just heard from, an entrepreneurial mind, right? Come back and watch this recording again. Listen again to what he's doing, how he did it, right? You got to learn this business, use your sponsor, take action, right? That's what it's all about here. And now look at what's going on with his business and his team. Wonderful to see you guys' success. Want to bring on another gentleman here that, Ryan, are you here, buddy? Ryan Maddings?
Yes, sir.
All right, there he is. So Ryan, I'm constantly seeing him, welcoming new people to the team, and there's all kinds of promotions going on his team, and this guy's just really building huge success here. So I love to see that. Of course, we love your hat too, man. That's just awesome. Yeah, I got to get one of these hats. I really do. So what's cool too is Ryan got to hang out with some of the Paraiba family, including the CEO in Florida 2 or 3 weeks ago. So always nice to do that and get a good feeling of what's going on. So maybe Ryan, you can share your experience, any tips you have, and also about the Florida trip you went to. Buddy, go ahead. You're on mute, bud. You're on mute.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for having me here. I do appreciate you putting this together, and I love your presentation. That was awesome. So thank you. And wow, I don't know where to begin. This business is growing so fast. It's forcing me to grow in my leadership and my people ability, and how I care about my team. It's just forcing me how to communicate better, and it's actually a good thing. I don't know. I just got to tell you a little bit about myself. I was in the military for 5 years, from 2002 to 2007. And I started building businesses all the way back with my buddy who's on the call, Daniel Robinson. We've been building businesses since 2003 together. And we've done several different network marketing deals. We've done several different things. And all of them just never panned out. One thing we would do is we would make money. We would be making money, but our team would always suffer. And after doing that, kind of fell apart and did our own things for a few years. And then, I got out, I lost a lot of money in real estate in 2008. And then I started learning, from a speaker and coaches and mentors how to make money. And when I got out of the military, I was like, you know what? I just don't want to do this anymore. There is just so much more to do out there that I can do for my family, for me. And I want to figure out how to make money. So I'm going to figure out how to do it one way or another. And that's how I have to treat everything, right? And I think the one thing that's just made me successful over time is that action kills all fear. And that's really important, is the fact that we have a lot of people that procrastinate, and I've done it before, and they make excuses and they do this and they do that. And I go, so you're going to keep spending time on your excuses. I'm going to go ahead and just keep building. So you can decide what you want to do with your life, but I'm going to just go keep winning because I was designed by God to win. So that's what I'm going to do. So here's some information. You want to do some more research, you go ahead and do that. You think about it and contemplate about it. I'll go make 30 grand this month. Cool. All right. So I just constantly did that. Now, one thing I love about Paraiba is the fact that last year I started learning about the crypto space. I think it was the end of 2020. My buddy, who's a millionaire, was telling me I need to invest in crypto and stuff like that. And so I tried, and then I tried managing all the charts and doing all that and doing the day trading. And it's just not my personality. It's not my thing. And then Mr. David Pavlik told me about this in July. And I didn't realize how fast it was going to take off. Of course, I told him from the beginning, I go, if this is real, this is going to explode, because I've never seen anything that pays this good, that allows people to make money with as little as 25 bucks. No auto ship, no, annual renewal fees, no products that you have to package or store. And it just absolutely blew my mind, so much so that I would wake up in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. and start having Paraiba dreams. If you don't know what that is, you will. If you're new into this company, you just go to bed doing numbers in your head sometimes. Me and Daniel do that a lot. And we got started in end of July, and ever since then it has blown up. We've been about 5.5, 6 months. We went from nothing. Then about 3-4 months, I had $1,000 a day, and now I'm Purple Diamond, and we're about to hit $2,000 a day. And this year, I'm pretty sure we'll hit Global Leader Pool. And I think the one thing that if I can leave you with is, if you really want to be successful here, then you're going to have to learn how to help other people win. And it's not just about me making money. I have an incredible team, and I have incredibly smart people that are smarter than me on my team that help me. And I'm absolutely honored, because to be a leader, you have to be a servant. And that's what I'm learning day by day. So I'm super excited. And about the Florida thing, I got to meet Eric, and I just absolutely love the guy, because he's so humble. He is one of the most humble leaders, because he actually does care about us. He didn't even have to create Paraiba. The guy he showed me some of his accounts. I'll just go into it real quick. The guy, he said he can make up to 1.5 million euros a day. He doesn't even need Paraiba. He said, I'm literally doing this because I'm tired of the banking system and all the companies that are screwing people, that are going out of business, that are not helping people win. And he purely is moving here now in March to embrace North America and the US market. And he's moving his whole family, his office, his team. And I just think it's amazing to have that kind of leader on our team, and a really down to earth guy, not really, disconnected from people, but he wants to meet us. He wants to be there for us. He wants to, have a drink and play pool with us. And it was an amazing time, life-changing, Michael. So thank you for letting me share.
Well, awesome, buddy. I appreciate that, Ryan. And I could tell you're excited, man. And I love to see it. I really do. And you're not the only one. There's so many excited about this business. And I know exactly what you mean about dreaming about Paraiba. You go to sleep thinking about it. You wake up thinking about it. And I mean, we all understand why, right? I mean, it's just such a great experience for us. We're helping so many people, as you said. We love to see the teams doing so well, but thank you for your service, and thanks for all the great things you're doing here with Paraiba as well and your team. It's just amazing to see you making more per month than, you know, a lot of people make in a year, man. I mean, it's a great feeling, right? It really is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and also about, you know, meeting Eric, you know, and I've got a chance to meet him too. And he really is a humble guy and he really does want to help people. And it, you know, that's like a 1 in a million person right there, right? It really is to find someone truly like that with the smarts and the vision and the determination to do what he's doing and helping us when he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to, he wants to. And he loves to see the smiles on our face. He loves to see that. Whenever he comes on webinars, he loves to see the smiles of success. And I like that about him a lot. I really do. We love Eric. All right. Want to bring on, is Matt here? Matt, are you here, buddy? Matt Feast? Maybe Matt couldn't make it today. Okay, maybe he isn't. All right. Okay, folks, we're going to end it there. That was awesome. Really appreciate Ryan. Thank you, man. Great testimonial. Bobby, awesome. Thank you. And Leon, great job. So, folks, we appreciate you all being here. If you're brand new, you're just looking at what's going on here, I hope you get a feeling for what is happening here. We have so much excitement with the team, so much success happening. We want you to be a part of this success. If you see something here that can help yourself and your family, all I would say is dip your toes in the water, try it out, participate with your Bitcoin and watch it work for you. It works for 100% of the people that get involved. Our first payday coming up here is Wednesday. So you have 2 or 3 days to get your Bitcoin, get it into your account and be ready to make profit on that day. And so it's very simple. Get with us. If you need any information on how to get started, if you need to get Bitcoin, we've got all of that information for you. Get into our Telegram top team room. Lots of great stuff there. What I am going to do, I'll put something in the chat here for everybody. We have a getting started PDF, and I wanted to give everybody the URL for it so that you have it. And I had it up here and then I went somewhere else. So let me just grab it here real quick. There it is. So take a look at the chat, folks. Grab this. It's a good getting started guide so that you can be ready here on Wednesday for our first profit days. Any other resources you need are in our Telegram groups or Facebook groups. So get with us. We'll get your questions answered as well and help you out. I also want to mention that we have our academy, our Paraiba Academy. So if you're brand new or you're just a few days or a few weeks into the business and you really want to learn about Paraiba and how to do the various aspects, then we have a great resource now with the academy. So once you have your back office, you will see academy on the left-hand side. Click academy and then click on the US flag at the top right, so it changes to English, and you will then click on videos, and you will see 5 great videos of the various aspects of your private business so that it will help you to understand everything you need to know, okay? So with that, I appreciate you all being here. We're excited about the week coming up. We'll see you again on a webinar 2 weeks from today on Sunday. Folks, make it a great day. Bye for now.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks,
everybody.
thanks, Michael.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you,
Ryan.
Michael, can I give you a question?
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Michael.
Bye-bye.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
thank
Michael.
you, Leon.